spring, thousands marched on the Arizona State Capitol, one of many states pushing for education reform. In the wake of those movements, hundreds of teachers across several key states are taking it upon themselves to run for state office.
With the primary 8 days away, Arizona is no different. Matt Rodewald spent several weeks talking with candidates for the House and Senate here in Arizona to measure the impact of the Red for Ed movement on this year's election.
Teachers have finally woken up.
Red for Ed! Red for Ed! Red for Ed!
You can't complain about something unless you're going to try and fix it.
I believe in Red for Ed! I believe in Red for Ed!
The push for education reform in Arizona, reaching a fever pitch in the spring.
One thing that's becoming crystal clear to us is the people who are elected to solve these things are not doing it.
The big question heading into the fall is what now?
Red for Ed was the greatest professional development of my career.
I'm 27 years old. I've never run for office before.
For the last month, we've talked with candidates for the House and Senate in Arizona with education backgrounds to learn more about their motivation to throw their hat in the ring.
I had a cup of coffee with my husband and I said, I really think I should do this. I jumped in that weekend.
My mother was a little bit more hesitant. She was afraid for me, afraid that this was taking on quite a lot. But my mother has risen to the occasion.
From Teachers of the Year to PTA presidents, from substitutes to school board members, there is no hiding the fact that Red for Ed shined an unflattering light on Arizona classrooms.
As a board member, and you look out at a room full of red t-shirts, and they're all saying, help us. Is it hard for you to see that?
It wasn't hard for me to see that, because what I saw when I looked at that room full of red is this is a turning point. This is when we finally changed the trajectory in education in Arizona.
But how you fix that is still tricky to pinpoint.
I had thought about it, but I was going to wait a few years down the road until I was a little more established in life. But I thought, based on what was going on in public education in Arizona, that now was the time. I had nothing to lose, and why not?
I've been waiting for that hero, and I realized that that hero was me. And I'll tell you the truth, my husband wasn't thrilled with the idea of running for office, because it is a challenge to an individual's personal time and energy and all that. But it's the right thing to do, and the important things are always hard.
Teachers are not doing this for teachers. Teachers are doing this for their students. And I think that we've lost sight of that a little bit. But that's why teachers are in the race, because ultimately that's where their heart lies.
A pivotal moment awaits in Arizona politics, and it could mean rewriting the textbook on how you get elected.
The Secretary of State's website, and I did a lot of reading, and I figured out how to to formally, declare my candidacy.
I think that it was an illustration of frustration. I think that teachers felt that they weren't being heard. We could all agree, whether you are Democrat or Republican, that teachers have been undervalued, underappreciated, underpaid for far too long.
But
the issue of teacher pay and classroom funding grabbed most of the headlines in the springtime. Coming up at 10, Matt is going to break down the specific issue of class size and the impact that it has on all teachers.